And fittingly, Boston Garden would be the scene of one of Patrick's most dominant performances. With the Knicks down 2 games to the Celtics and facing playoff elimination, Ewing led one of the most stirring comebacks in playoff history.
Threw it away. 1 second. Ewing. You got to know something when that happens. That's an omen.
It was great. I remember coming off the court. You know, I had a lot of friends and family at the game, and pointing at them up in the stands. And, yeah, I told you we was going to do it. It was great.
Entering the 1991 season, the Knicks seemed capable of challenging the NBA's elite. And Ewing, beginning his 6th year as a pro, looked forward to completing New York's transformation into a championship contender. But as the season began, the Knicks inexplicably struggled.
Oh, what a ridiculous shot.
Stu Jackson would be fired 15 games into the season and be replaced by John McLeod. But changing coaches would not prove to be the answer, as the Knicks suffered their first losing season in 3 years, and an embarrassing playoff blowout to the Chicago Bulls.
A facial, this one, right at Patrick Ewing.
The year would prove especially difficult for Ewing, who in the prime of his career found himself farther away than ever from a championship.
Oh, it was rough. It was rough. I mean, we thought that, you know, we were going, you know, go far that year. But, you know, we didn't.
To complicate matters, the front office was changing once again. This time, the Knicks' revolving door let in Ernie Grunfeld and Dave Checketts, and Ewing wondered whether the team would ever provide him with a stable foundation.
Talk that summer was not going to do much with Patrick. We had to show him some action.
The New York Knicks are very proud to announce today the appointment of Pat Riley as head coach of the New York Knicks.
Having coached the Lakers to 5 championships, Pat Riley brought with him an impressive resume of success. But Ewing remained skeptical.
I can recall my first meeting with Patrick in Washington, and he asked me, he said, "Why do you think you're going to make it any different?" He said, "You're just one of 6 coaches they've had here in 5 years, and you know, they've all come in and they've all probably said the same thing that you're about to say to me." I said, "You might be right." I said, "The only thing that I have that I can bring is credibility."
Remaking the team in Patrick's image, the Knicks added players who matched his fiery intensity.
We really felt like if we built around him, we can get to where we want to go, and that's to win a championship. We brought some players around him, and we really made Patrick the focus of our ball club.
He had it knocked away. Nice play by McDaniel. Ewing from scores. Across the middle. The mailman. Flash swatted out of bounds by Patrick Ewing. And there's Patrick again. Mason helping out. Jackson with the steal. In on Dumars. Drops for Ewing.
The 1992 Knicks would execute a dramatic turnaround. Displaying their new intensity, they would win 51 games and enter the postseason with renewed confidence. Their first playoff test would come against the Detroit Pistons, once the league's most feared defenders, but now Ewing would dominate, leading New York to an emotional 5-game victory.
A celebration has begun here at Madison Square Garden.
Having dispatched Detroit, the Knicks took aim at dethroning the defending champion Bulls. Only 1 year ago, Chicago had humiliated New York in a 3-game sweep, but now, as Game 1 began, Ewing was determined that this year would be different.
Starting his drive again. Power move. Here's Pippen with the step. Rejected by Ewing. McDaniel fires. And Ewing with the rebound put it in.
Patrick Ewing is playing big, way above the rim tonight. He is possessed right now to go get every rebound.
Almost single-handedly claiming Game 1 for New York, Ewing served Chicago notice that they were in for the fight of their lives.
Well, we just have to go out and get the job done. And the way we're playing right now, if we continue to play this way, we can't be beat. They don't have anyone who can stop Patrick Ewing, and that's the key.
But an aroused Bull team would storm back to take a 3-2 lead and emphatically seize control of the series.
He's going to race against Anthony. They're what a play by BJ. And the Bulls are one win away from defeating the New York Knicks.
Heading home to New York for Game 6, the Knicks teetered on the brink of playoff elimination.
The Knicks trying to stay alive.
The Knicks want to take this back to Chicago Sunday, and the Bulls want it to stop here and now.
With the season's defining moment before him, Patrick issued the boldest of declarations to his teammates.
I can remember Patrick saying, we're going to do it. I'm going to do whatever it takes for us to do it. And I knew that every time he ever said that, he didn't let anybody down.
And as the contest began, Patrick would try valiantly to keep his promise.
Pippen with the spin, rejected.
Playing with unrelenting determination, Ewing dominated inside and gave the Knicks an 8-point halftime lead.
Jackson gives it up. Ewing. Oh, what a play.
But late in the third quarter, with Chicago mounting a rally, disaster struck.
Ewing from way out. Knicks not getting good shots now. Ewing is hurt. Ewing is down. And Pippen has tied the game at 61. Ewing slow to get up.
Left ankle.
Patrick was hurt. He went down. It obviously was a bad sprain.
Now Patrick Ewing stumbling his way to the bench.
With Ewing sidelined, the Knicks' prospects of sending the series back to Chicago seemed to vanish. But with the season slipping away before his eyes, Patrick would not sit idly by and watch.
I remember him walking from the bench to the score clock, and I'm turning around looking at him coming back in. As soon as he started walking on the court, I started screaming at him and telling him that they can't stop you. They can't stop you.
Ewing.
With Patrick leading New York on an inspirational charge, the Knicks would bury Chicago in the fourth quarter.
A hobbling Patrick Ewing gives the Knicks an 11-point lead.
The spark, the emotion, the fire that he had in that game was just phenomenal. And to know that this guy was hurting, that he was coming out and doing whatever it took to win, it only sparked us. It only lit a fire inside of us. We'll never forget.
We are seeing a Willis Reed type performance by Patrick Ewing.
Yes, this has reached heroic proportion.
That's what I remember about the game is the total effort and heart that he showed in that particular game, in a game that we needed. Limping around and showing his guts and his courage as to what he really is all about.